Hi, Empower You agents. We are back here with Paige White from Rescore Your Life. And today we are talking about It's Not My Debt. So, welcome back, Paige.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity again to speak with your circle of influence, your agents, and anybody out there.
Yes, thanks for coming back. This is a question we get a lot about because, as you know, we pull credit reports every single day. And as you know, there's errors on credit reports. So, tell us about this and what to do and how to get this fixed.
Yeah, absolutely. So exactly your topic. It's not my debt. So that can come in a lot of different packages. What I mean by that is you see something on your credit report that's not yours, and you may or may not know where it comes from, but you 100% know that it is not yours. So a lot of people, their first instinct is, "Oh my God, that's not mine. ID theft." Well,
Yeah.
wait a second. Maybe it's not ID theft, okay? Especially if it's just one item,
Hmm.
um, one or two. Now, if it's across the board, yeah, you might get a little bit more panicked. But if it's just one item, it's probably cross information of some way, shape, or form. So the really important thing for anybody is to always have an active credit monitoring site. And the reason that's important is because of instances like things popping up, or to protect yourself from any type of ID theft. Now, the credit monitoring sites aren't going to have your real scores. You know, we've talked about that in the past. Those are going to be a Vantage score, which is not the same thing as a FICO, but it's a good starting place to say this is what my picture looks like, and then don't get upset or excited about the scores. Just know, hey, this is what everything is. What's going on?
So
Okay.
these credit monitoring sites, give us some of their names that you'd recommend, and do you have any idea, like, is there a fee for them?
Sure. Yeah. So there's lots of them out there. For instance, a lot of people use Credit Karma, and I always tell people there's nothing wrong with Credit Karma, but they only have two of the three credit bureaus. So we always recommend having all three because things can come up on that third one that you may not see on the other two.
Hmm.
We use Identity Club, or pardon me, ID Club is one that we use, but there's Identity IQ, there's Smart Credit, there's tons out there. I'm happy to send you the link that we use for ID Club because it does give them a little bit of a discount. It's the one we have is $25.99 a month. There's some that are more expensive. There's some that are less expensive. The reason we like this, it's very fluid. There's lots of great information on there, and so that's one of the benefits to it, if you will.
Okay.
There's no contracts on any of these credit monitoring sites either. So if you wanted to keep it open for a short period of time, you can, even though we do encourage people to make an investment and have it open all the time.
Okay. Good to know. Good
Yeah,
to know.
good
All right.
question.
No, I'm good with you. So, all right, I pulled my credit. There's something on there. It's not mine. Now what?
Okay. So you want to try to identify what it is, and some examples of what it might be. And I know you and I've talked about this before. A lot of times seeing a junior or a senior, a second, a third.
Hmm.
And so you're going to have your dad's information, but it also may not even be a junior or senior. It just may be two people that are living in the same address. So here's a really interesting fact that most people don't know, Rebecca, is when somebody's pulling your credit, you think automatically, right? Well, they pulled all 9 social security numbers. They know my date of birth. They know, I don't know how there can be any misinformation. Well,
Sure.
it's because they don't have to have all 9. They only have to have 7 of the 9 social security numbers.
Wow.
And you got to understand, date of birth at some point in time, filling out applications may have been typed in improperly, or addresses aren't correct. And so you would think to fix it all that they would use all 9 social and across the board, but
Hmm.
that's not, their regulations aren't like that. And so that's where a lot of cross information does come from. Jana, my business partner, she has 7 siblings. So at one point in time, they all went and got their social security numbers at the same time. So they're all one number off. And then one
Wow.
of her brothers is the same name as her dad. So, that's a whole mess right there. So those are juniors, seniors, those can be an instance. But for instance, another thing is medical billing. There's 90% error in medical billing. Uh,
Wow.
pardon me, not 90%, 70% error in medical billing,
That's
79%.
still a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And so there's errors all over the place. So that can be an instance that there may be an error, or it flat out was not yours. Maybe it was a spouse. The husband took, used to be on the policy, is not anymore, and it was misbilled. So those are a couple of things that might be examples. So what we recommend in that instance is, if you know, hey, that's not my debt, I don't think it's identity theft, we have our clients fill out a affidavit of fact. It's a document, a legal binding document. And the reason why it's legal binding is because you need to go get it notarized. And so any type of, if you lie on it, you are actually a federal offense. It is a legal binding document. So you just have to be accurate, and don't be scared. Maybe something happens and you find out, oh crap, oh my God, I remember that was my debt. I totally forgot about it. It was from all these years ago. You're not going to jail, but just take it seriously. And that's the point behind that. And then you'll fill out a statement stating exactly what account number it is. Hi, I'm Paige White. I'm stating that this account from Capital One, account number, yada, 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 is not my debt. I believe it is my father's, or whatever that looks like, but just is not my debt. You don't have to even say whose you think it is, unless you know for sure who it is. And then go get the statement notarized. And then you want to send it into the credit bureaus. It's very important that when you send it in certified mail. And you also want to do it by mail and not online, because most people don't understand or have the knowledge to know that when you dispute things online, you actually give up your rights to any type of legal action in the future against them. I can't think of the name of it. I said it earlier, but I forgot. And so you always want to do it in the mail, and you want to send a driver's license as well as a second form of ID, like a utility bill showing your address. And that should be enough to take care of it. For some reason, if it's not, of course, that's why people can hire us on our company at Rescore to be able to kind of put the little teeth into it and maybe give you a little more leverage.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's great information. It's something I will definitely pass it on to our clients, because, like I said, it's something we see all the time. And I think, as you said, it's super common out there with the amount of errors. I know there's a statistic, how many errors are on a credit report? Like,
it's like 79% of all credit reports have errors, and then 80% of medical billing has errors.
That's crazy.
And the error can be super, super simple, or it can be detrimental. But the reality is that there's certain things that are coded a certain way. And so you look at a credit report, and I know you know how to read one, but even as a mortgage lender, you may not see all the things that we see, because we're really diving into what the coding is.
Yeah. And it definitely, depending on what that error is, it can affect your score, and that affects your interest rate. So you definitely want to get it taken care of. So
yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Paige. All of Rescore's information is in the ticker line below. So if you have any questions for Paige, you can reach out to Paige or Rescore directly, and they can definitely help you with getting your credit report fixed for errors, or if you just need to get your credit report fixed for getting your credit score up. Or Paige, tell us some other things that Rescore does. Help me out here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our main goal, obviously, is to get people's credit scores increased through deletion of negative items. And a lot of that is because we're able to do that because we're backed by attorneys. And so we're finding errors like we talk about, and we require validation of the debt. And so we also do a lot of education. So not just are we trying to remove the negative, we're trying to teach our clients, building that strong, thick, healthy credit profile. But we have got a budget coach, we have a business credit person that can help you build your business credit. We work with a divorce coach. We help people with student loan consolidation. A lot of people don't know that. They don't know where to start. And so we have a really good company that we work together with as a program to help with that student loan consolidation. So at the end of the day, let's get your credit scores up so you can save money in life, but get you into a mortgage if that's your goal.
That's awesome. And over at the Rebecca Foote team, we send our clients over to Rescore, so I can tell you we recommend them. And if you have any questions, please reach out to Paige or the Rescore team, and I know you will be taken care of. So thanks for joining us today, Paige, and we look forward to having you back.
Awesome. Take care, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.